Hello friends, some time ago I uploaded one of the overview of how the code repository system works. I would like to elaborate that furthermore so that you have a better understanding of how actually it looks like. So in order to do that, I have created a different repository where would be able to experience some of the Git stuff as well as some some web-based versioning tool like GitHub, and we'll work on some of the commands. So I'm going to create this video with some series, so please do follow me in those so that you have better understanding. So to tell you this, so when you go to the new workspace, a new place to work for, you would be required to work more frequently into these code systems. Here's how it works. So I put up some of the sketches here. So if you see this square, this is basically just your computer, locally your computer, right? If you see this long rectangle, this is the code repository. So code repository means nothing but the server where it holds up all of the entire project's entire code base. Everything is just stored there. But in order to communicate with these repository into your local system, there are some tools needed. What it means is for your work that you have done, you write any code that you want to push into the server so that other people would be able to see your changes and use your changes. So in the reality, what happens, you're gonna see multiple people working on to the same project, right? Same project. So what happens, you do some changes into this place, right? So you do some changes into this place. So what this means, these changes will go into effect through this code repository, and we're gonna learn more about the Git and the how this tool works so that we'll be able to push the code into the repository, and then we can later view how that code goes through, right? If that was successful or not, and we can get most up to date with the web-based versioning tool such as GitHub and any tools is available within your enterprise, right? So so here's the thing. Just imagine this as one computer, which is a one user, one your coworker. This is your another coworker. There may be multiple of your coworkers. They would require the shared code bases within the company, within your project. So if I make any changes until I post this into the server, this guy and this guy will not be able to see it. They have no access, because every time they need the latest code, they have to request here. They will be requesting through the tools like a Git, SVN or TFS. They're going to get the latest updated code from this server with the help of the commands that's used inside this Git. So basically, Git is the communicator that communicates within your local workspace and the code repository. Similarly, Git is also the tool that will give you most latest code that is already stored into the repository. So if user A makes any changes into the code or the framework, until user A is satisfied with his code, then user A will have to submit that request through the tools like these tools. With the help of these tools, user A will be able to pull most latest code that other user has into the server. Number one. Number two, user A will be able to push the changes that A made into the same project. When the scenario comes that A makes the same changes into the same file that B is making, and B was able to push the code through the tool like this into the server, and the time happens that A is trying to pull the latest code and submit, A will see the conflict error that A will have to encounter. In order to mitigate that, A will have to fix or resolve those conflicts. We're going to go through that furthermore down the road, okay? So in order for you to understand very simple thing, you will need to get the workspace set up, which is your local computer. It's nothing but the folder that contains the ID related temporary files and all metadata. Your code base, this is basically the downloaded code from this repository, which means most up-to-date code is simply downloaded into the local folder into your computer. So which is what we call clone. You will have to clone the project from the repository into your local computer so that you'll have access to this code via this workspace, which is being launched into IDE, which is like Eclipse, STS, IntelliJ, so and so. Any code that you're going to work, those IDE will require the workspace setup. Those workspace will then import the code that you just downloaded from the server, and then that code you'll be able to now see after your workspace is being set up. Okay, so after the workspace is set up, you'll be making changes inside these workspaces, and once your changes are satisfied and there's no errors, which is what it means, then you'll be able to send through these commands inside the Git to the server. Once you send the changes into the server, user A and user B, C, everybody will have the same code base. Similarly, if A likes to get the most up-to-date codes from the server, which means A likes to get a code from C or B, that means B will have to push the code, whatever they have in their local system, through the help of tool like this, Git, into the server. Then what does, user A will go into the server, try to fetch the code, whatever B or C has it submitted, with the help of Git. So any user who needs to get connected or get the latest code or push the code or commit the code that they have, they will need to get this tools called Git. With the help of Git, they can either pull the code or they can push the code. They have a two-way work done with the help of tools like Git. That's all for this video. I'm going to make series of this video so that you'll get better understanding without any confusion. So just be clear, when in the next video we're going to talk about how we install the Git and what are the tools you might require, and how we're going to set up entire new project, not by creating a new Maven project this time. This time we will be calling the code from the code repository, download it, which means the existing framework you can download into the local system, and then you can continue working on it. That's going to be much interesting, and we're going to talk more about the real life scenarios. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video, and please look forward for my further videos. I'm going to put so many interesting stuff for you guys, and please subscribe my channel if you have not, and I would really encourage you to watch my videos, and it is going to give you really helpful stuff that you will need to know. Thank you very much again, and we'll see in the next video.